is otsukared, which means I'm done. I was working since like I woke up at 8. Then I was late. I took a video of the taxi, which I'm gonna upload over shorts. Then I had a class, and then my first class was they're not motivated, but the second one was always fun. I had an accidental client today. So my client, yes, I have an accidental client, which means she booked this morning and then I declined it, and then she thought she has a booking. So apparently she can't understand English. But that happens and it's possible. Why? Because some of them, they stayed in Japan for quite some time and they didn't have an opportunity to use English. That's why a lot of Japanese, they needed to study, practice English, right? That's why I have that job. And then apparently she was on her way while I just finished eating lunch that time. I'm like, hey, you're coming. So I had to prepare in like 20 minutes. And then the funny thing is she's from Bataan. Have you guys been there? Bataan is like where the death march happened. So yeah. They also have like Las Casas there. Do you remember the video that I made of old temples and shrines? So here it is. And my other client also finished today. So the other one who followed, she was late, fortunately, because I had another one before her, the accidental client. And yeah. And then after that, today there's like a new restaurant down there. I'm gonna be trying it out. It's a Korean restaurant. You know what? I've been manifesting for this and I'm happy that I'm gonna have it. So Mira, how are your clients? They're good. The first one again from Bataan. The second was from Cebu. Have you guys been there? I've never been there. I don't even know what. Well, they're popular for lechon, and then I actually told her like, "Are you from Cebu?" And then she said, "Why do you know? Do you guys know that Cebuanos, most of them can't speak in Tagalog, and even from Ilocano, from the northern part, mainly because when they teach them, it's the native language and English. So a lot of Cebuanos and Dabaweños, especially from those part of the Philippines, when they come to Japan, it's difficult for them to speak in Tagalog. So we just speak in English, which is way much easier for them. And their accent is really good, actually, from Cebu. So that's very interesting to know, and it's really nice. Like they could keep their native language than speak the what's so-called national language. I don't know. I love my hometown too. That's why I want to keep our language. And she's an IT worker here. I don't know how she got here basically, and she's preparing for her friend's wedding. She's not gonna be married, but I did my best to make her, prepared for that. And then after that, yeah. Again, there's a new restaurant. So Mira, how's your mom? I don't know. Well, she's doing fine. And then, as you know, there was a huge typhoon, and fortunately they're okay. And yeah, my mom, I don't know. I was really sad with that video, and I mean during that video, and I still am. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I already have like a plan B and C and D and E. It's just so unfair that, she's the one who was taken advantage of, and yet she's the one who's being, why? I don't know. But I saw the news. You guys have an election in the US right now, but I don't know in other countries. And yeah. Many things happen. And then it's also like it was Halloween in the Philippines. It was maybe okay, but there was a typhoon, so I don't know if that's fine. And then I and my mom, we also talk about those plans, and we were more worried about the typhoon. But I have one good news. Do you guys remember the condo that I kind of spent money on? So finally it's being rented out. It's being held by the property management. So instead of 40%, 40/60, it's 15% for the property manager. But it's rented out monthly, daily, and weekly. So if it's rented out monthly, it's way lower, but I think that's fine. It's better than nothing. And Flights have started going back, except for Narita to I mean, from Japan to Philippines, Narita to Clark. So we don't have that, Tokyo to Clark, which is quite sad. How about you guys? How have you been? I've seen like in US there's like typhoon and so on, no typhoon, and I don't know, it's all mixed up, right? And then you guys are having the election. How is it going? I don't know who you guys are gonna vote. I don't even understand Republican and Democrats. Although I understand the people like leading that. I just can see blue and red. But you know, at the end of the day, I think Americans know who's good for them, right? So whoever you think is good for you, good for your future, family, benefits, and life. I never thought about those things until I got older. My life was so simple before, and now it's so complicated. It's so exhausting as well. But I'm happy. I'm happy. I mean, not happy, but I'm happy that even though I'm in the middle of things like this, I have an opportunity. There are a lot of challenges too. So, wow. Maybe I can gossip. Like, I had a client, we had a mistake. Thank God she was so kind. Like, she had blisters after the treatment, and oh, I couldn't sleep that time. And then, fortunately, she's so kind, and I'm still looking after her. And there's another one that I refunded the money because apparently she's complaining a lot, but technically she wants another treatment plus a refund, which is weird. But it's okay too, I understand. So I just gave her the treatment, told her no treatment. I gave her the refund. So I'm over and done with her. And yeah, I'm just talking about me and nothing about. So it's really nice to see other Filipinos in Japan, and to talk to them about their problems. Mostly they come to my home spa just to relax and forget, and maybe sometimes remember that they're still Filipinos, and to prepare themselves as well. Most of them are stressed, depressed, or some of them are preparing for a wedding, for an anniversary, for going home. So it's really nice. It's very nice that I get to be a part of it. But it's really amazing when you hear their stories. Like, I think most of my clients are women, and it's unimaginable on how these Filipina women are so strong, right? They would go against the odds and live in a country which they don't know, and then they would learn the language even without the funding of other people. And then they just do everything to survive and to help their family back in our country survive. And there are some good parts and bad parts. Like, some of them can't stop working because they have to support the family that they have back in the Philippines, like mother, father, brother, sister's children, blah blah blah. So it's like a never ending cycle. And some of them are like, maybe I'll never go home because even if I want to, how can they survive? So it's a really sad situation. But on the other hand, the younger ones, I think they're more focused on for themselves. Like, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna buy a car, installment. And then I can only send this amount to my family, not too much, because some Filipinos in Japan, they would send like $1,000 to $2,000 to their family. Like, oh, but okay, that's like $700 right now, and that's like half of their salary. And then they would treat themselves for the cheapest amount. I'm not mocking them or anything, but I feel bad because you're sending so much to your family, but you should travel in Japan and something like that. Or maybe I'm just selfish, that's why I'm saying this. I don't know. I may be biased, but it's amazing. They're amazing. They're surviving. But I hope that those who are depressed would get over it. Most of them did, but some of them are still struggling. And sometimes it's so scary to treat them, because what if I make a mistake? They'll be more depressed, and it's so sad, so sad. And sometimes all you can do is just that moment, right? But I hope everything will go well with all of them. Anyway, that's all about it. I'm gonna buy Korean chicken, barbecue chicken down there. I hope it's still open because it's almost 9 p.m. and I'm starving. Anyway, guys, have a nice evening. Bye.